I think there's so many fucking powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied. Air quotes, partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the trial?
Oh, yeah.
Trial.
To ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, you know, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
Joe Rogan and 50 Cent just cracked open another can of chaos. With everything swirling around Diddy, they're now hinting that more big-name libs could be lining up for the hot seat next. The way they're talking has people side-eyeing the whole scene, thinking the fallout is only warming up, not slowing down. As most people already know, Diddy is reportedly doing jail time after being hit with 4 years by Judge Aaron Subramanian on 2 lesser charges. He was facing 5 counts total, and even now, the case is being talked about as far from finished. That's where Joe Rogan and 50 Cent come back into the picture, openly naming names and calling out people who were once tight with him. According to them, anyone who rolled heavy with Diddy might want to stay alert, because they could be next in line. The first name they dropped was Meek Mill, and to many, that didn't come out of nowhere. From early on, Meek was always around Diddy, allegedly one of his favorites, soaking up the spotlight when Diddy's image was still clean and glossy. But once the charges hit and the RICO talk started buzzing, Meek appeared to back away fast, acting like the connection never existed. People still remember when he jumped on X, talking tough and trying to shut everything down, saying he had nothing to do with what Diddy was accused of, as he put it himself. My voice is so powerful as a black man from the ghetto worldwide. They want it gone. I'm a real king, straight out the trenches, under control of no human. Those were Meek's strong words. But in the streets, that message didn't land like power, it landed like panic. A lot of people took it as him trying to create distance before more smoke started rolling out. When Diddy later got hit with that 4-year sentence, Meek didn't slow down, he doubled down. He kept saying he never took part in anything people were whispering about and that the rumors were pure fiction. According to him, blogs were twisting his name, dragging him into private mansion party stories he claimed he knew nothing about. But the problem is, the memories are still loud. Anyone who remembers that 27th birthday party Diddy threw for Meek in Vegas knows why people are giving him the side eye. Diddy reportedly rented out the Parisian palace, dropped around $25,000 just on the mansion, and made sure Meek was front row, matching outfits, coordinated entrances, and dancers everywhere. There was even that wild sushi setup laid out on a naked model. By the end of the night, the place looked like a full-on disaster scene. Broken bottles, used protection, blood-stained sheets, and nose candy scattered across the floor.
What? Yo, wait a minute. Wait.
Then came the leaked audio that set the internet on fire. Meek called it fake, blamed AI, and said bots were trying to destroy him. But insiders kept hinting that someone from the party recorded it themselves.
Everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy. Like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this because I was.
Jaguar Wright even claimed Nicki paid a bodyguard to leak it. When Nicki later joked that Meek loves controversy, people didn't laugh it off. Eyebrows went straight up because the timing felt loud and messy at the same time.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that up to here. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So,
but that's not
a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay.
Folks online took it as shade, not comedy, and the chatter only got heavier from there. Meek snapped back hard, even offering $100,000 to fund an investigation. But here's what had people talking. Not a single receipt ever showed up. No updates, no proof, nothing. Then old clips started resurfacing, including footage of Diddy calling Meek daddy, and that sent the internet right back into a frenzy.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Even Justin jumped in with a comment, saying shaking my head paired with a facepalm emoji. Around that same time, Meek tried to distance himself again, pushing the whole no Diddy angle like he was never riding with him in the first place.
Yo, Sal, what's up?
Yeah, y'all already know how we playing out this. Let's real life.
Real life.
Yeah. You know Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that shit, Meek. Yeah, Meek.
After months of shouting one thing, Meek suddenly switched the story. Now he says he was around the madness, but never touched anything questionable, claiming he stayed back, kept his distance, and just vibed. That flip got fans asking one big question. Which version does Meek want the streets to believe? The one where he was never there at all, or the one where he saw everything but wasn't involved? And now the noise is getting louder because word is spreading that Diddy might cooperate. If that happens, the streets are saying Meek could be next on the list. But the next name buzzing through the mix really shook the timeline, Oprah. People are whispering that she's being tied allegedly to Diddy's infamous freak-off circles. It sounds wild, but critics say the rumors line up with old patterns people have been side-eyeing for years. They bring up her past closeness with powerful figures like Harvey Weinstein long before the public knew his dark side. Folks claim Hollywood knew the vibes, yet Oprah still backed his projects and stayed in close proximity, and now people are connecting dots like never before. Even when survivors were openly saying they needed someone with Oprah's level of influence to speak up, the silence stayed loud. That quiet made a lot of people feel like she was protecting the system instead of challenging it, and that thought never really went away. Then there's the South Africa school situation. Over $40 million invested, promoted as a legacy project meant to uplift young girls. But not long after it opened, serious allegations surfaced, with multiple students saying things went wrong behind the scenes. That's when attention turned to staff oversight and accountability. One staff member, a dorm matron named Virginia Manzamo Gobo, was later charged in connection with misconduct allegations, which shook public trust even more.
Prosecutors say former dorm matron Tina Virginia Makopo tried to kiss and fondle the girls. She's also accused of kicking and hitting some of them. Makopo pleaded innocent to 14 charges of indecent assault, and criminal injury in South Africa.
Oprah flew in, removed staff, and spoke emotionally on camera. Still, critics said parts of the story felt incomplete and too many questions were left hanging.
Was needless to say devastated and really shaken to my...
Now those old accusations are being pulled back into the spotlight. Whispers are growing louder that Oprah may have known more than she publicly admitted, even if she wasn't directly involved. That's the part fueling the debate right now. Hollywood insiders are talking again. Jaguar Wright and Dr. Umar have both hinted that Oprah holds serious behind-the-scenes influence, the kind of quiet power that makes people think twice before crossing her.
Guests are canceling their interviews because they don't want to get blacklisted by Oprah. Who wants to be on the wrong side of Oprah in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Tyler Perry in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Steve Harvey in Hollywood?
Whether fair or not, that narrative is spreading fast. Old clips and photos are also resurfacing, showing Oprah alongside some of the same elite circles connected to Diddy's private gatherings. That overlap has people asking how deep those ties really went. And now another name is starting to heat up the rumor mill, Stevie J. If you know the culture, you already know why people are watching this one closely. Stevie J and Diddy go way back, deeper than rap and way past the spotlight. Stevie wasn't just hanging around, he helped build Bad Boy from the ground up, producing some of the biggest records of that era and locking in his spot early. So when the feds showed up at Diddy's mansion, Stevie was one of the first voices speaking out, standing 10 toes down and defending him like family.
You're hanging out with Diddy in his mansion in Miami, and Homeland Security rushes in while you're there.
While I'm there, dolo.
You're there by yourself.
Yeah. With the, he has some employees there. And stuff. Yeah.
So suddenly there's red dots all over your shirt.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
But lately, the whispers around Stevie have been getting a lot heavier. Word on the street says he was present at some of those infamous private parties right in the same rooms where all the wild stories are said to come from. Lil Rod's lawsuit even named Stevie directly, alleging that he helped connect people for those nights, basically acting as a middleman for Diddy. Those claims alone pushed his name straight into the spotlight. Behind the scenes, people also keep talking about an alleged leaked clip floating around, with rumors saying it shows Stevie caught up in the chaos himself. Nothing confirmed publicly, but the talk hasn't slowed down. And while many in the industry have tried to distance themselves, Stevie stays loud, still calling Diddy his brother and holding the line like nothing ever happened. That kind of loyalty has the streets asking hard questions. Is it real brotherhood, or is Stevie tied in so deep that walking away isn't an option anymore?
Hopefully the truth will prevail.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we got to just see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I'm never going to stop being there for someone I consider to be a friend to me.
As you should.
I'm not going to turn my back. And it's like, I've been scrutinized just by being a friend. I guess someone never had a true friend.
And just like that, the chaos slides into the next name, heating up timelines everywhere. Folks have been side-eyeing Ashton Kutcher, especially after old videos resurfaced showing him laughing, dancing, and enjoying himself at those infamous all-white parties, looking front row to the whole spectacle. When Ashton finally got asked about it on Hot Ones, everything shifted. He froze up, stumbled through his answer, and that long, awkward pause said more to viewers than any polished press statement ever could. The moment went viral, and people started replaying it frame by frame. Folks also haven't forgotten how Ashton and Mila wrote glowing letters in support of Danny Masterson during his case, which later became a major point of backlash. That decision made a lot of people question the type of circle Ashton was standing with and what he was willing to excuse. The fallout was serious enough that he stepped down from the organization he co-founded, and that's when new rumors really took off. Soon after, whispers started swirling about alleged Diddy tapes. People online began asking who might appear in them and whether Ashton was ever more than just a background guest. Ashton has said he was simply present at events, nothing more. But the timelines don't fully quiet the questions. The streets keep asking one thing loud and clear. How deep did Ashton's connection to Diddy really go? Next up, another name that keeps lighting up conversations whenever Diddy and Epstein are mentioned, Naomi Campbell. Both Diddy and Epstein were known for hosting ultra-private gatherings on islands and estates. And while Epstein's crimes are well documented, people are now questioning whether Diddy's circles were just as secretive. Naomi's name keeps popping up in these discussions. Online rumors claim she wasn't just attending events, but allegedly played a role in connecting people within elite social scenes. To be clear, these are unproven claims, but they've been spreading fast across platforms. Some social media users have gone as far as speculating about her influence and access, saying she had strong connections that kept her career protected through multiple controversies. One viral comment summed up the mood, saying, "She gives major power broker vibes, always has." Whether fair or not, her name staying in the mix shows just how intense the speculation has become. And then there's that resurfaced interview where Naomi openly admitted she knew Epstein but claimed she had no idea about his crimes involving minors. That explanation didn't sit right with a lot of fans, and the side-eye was immediate.
The paper does manage to make it clear that you were not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he was?
Yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend Flavio. He was always front and center at Victoria's Secret shows.
Did you suspect what he was doing?
No,
People online started saying she was dodging accountability, especially when you factor in her long-standing ties to Diddy. One user wrote that she looked too fidgety, saying she knew more than she let on. Another comment hit even harder, pointing out her work with Save the Children, an organization that recently took a financial hit tied to serious allegations. That connection only added more fuel to the speculation spreading across the timeline. Rumors also popped back up about whether Diddy and Naomi dated in the early 2000s. Fans pointed out that she showed up at his wild private parties, then quietly wiped him from her Instagram once his scandals exploded. People still can't forget how Diddy once flew all the way to London with Young Miami just to surprise Naomi with a cake celebrating her doctorate. That moment alone keeps folks asking questions. So now the streets are asking, if the feds dig deeper, just how tangled is Naomi in Diddy's entire mess? With all these names dropping back to back, the questions keep getting heavier. Who's really innocent? Who's hiding in plain sight? And how many more big names are about to fall? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This story is far from over. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment so you don't miss the next update.